And welcome back to the Michael Cohen Show on our continued journey to 500,000 subscribers. Let's get there. We're almost there. Hit subscribe, watch, comment, and share because the stupidity coming out of DC, it's boundless. Mind you, Trump isn't just acting like a dictator. He's branding America like he is already one. And while he greenlights war crimes at sea, his regime, they're literally out there every day slapping his name, for example, on the Institute of Peace, rewriting commemorative coins with his face on both the front and the back, and pushing bills in Congress to carve his face into Mount Rushmore. And to make sure that the insane flattery continues, Trump publicly thanked Marco Rubio for actually changing the name of the Institute of Peace to the Donald J. Trump Institute of Peace. Play the clip.
Special group of people. A very special thanks as well to Secretary of State Marco Rubio. Marco, please stand. Thank you. And thank you for putting a certain name in that building. I said, boy, that is beautiful. That blew up last night. They said, that's a great honor. It really is. On this building, it's a great honor. Thank you very much. I assume you had a lot to do with that. Just a little bit, yeah. Thank you. Appreciate it. And senior.
Of course it blew up. Meanwhile, who the heck wants to see it? I mean, it's got that. You got the Arc de Trump now. You have his face on the side of a building. You have the commemorative coin. I mean, there comes a point in time, like I said, he's rebranding the country. See, this isn't politics. It is a full-blown authoritarian makeover. On Political Beatdown, my co-host Ben Meiselas and I, we speak about the Trump cult's obsession with monuments, the propaganda blitz behind it, and why they're doing all of this right now. Play the clip.
You know the story of that Institute of Peace, Cohen, though, right? Like, Trump fired the board of the whole Institute of Peace. Then the Institute of Peace board filed a lawsuit. A federal court ruled that Trump's termination was unlawful. Trump rushes to the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court temporarily pauses on the shadow docket, the federal court ruling. And then Trump immediately has Rubio put his name on it and call it the Donald J. Trump Institute of Peace when the guy's out there engaged in war crimes off the coast of Venezuela. I mean,
except his comment is, why should his name not be on that building? He has settled more wars, 8, maybe even 9 or 10, than any other president in the history of our country. I mean, think about, I really want people to understand this too, Ben, on what's going on here. He's branding the United States, Trump. There's going to be a 250th anniversary coin coming out very soon. The front and back of that coin is not a commemoration to the United States of America and our struggles over 250 years, where we were, where we are today, the great things that are America. The front is going to be Donald's face. The back is going to be his fight, fight, fight image. That's our commemorative coin. There's actually a bill before Congress right now to carve Trump's image into Mount Rushmore, and I shit you not. On top of that, there's hanging from another building a 50 by 50 foot depiction of Trump, his headshot. On top of that, they're now in the process of funding the building of the Arc de Trump, which is going to be in the mall leading up, I think, to the Lincoln Memorial, which is a sort of a rendering off of the Arc de Triomphe, but this is the Arc de Trump. And on top of that, there's one more. Oh yeah, the arts, it was the Kennedy Art Center, is now the Trump Art Center. And wait, I'm missing a few more, aren't I, Ben? There's one more that I remember thinking of. It'll come to me. My point is, at some point oh yeah, what about the Trump Ballroom? Seriously? I mean, at some point in time, has anybody ever seen anything like this by any other president ever? You know, normally naming rights come in after the president is deceased, to honor that individual. Isn't that what it's supposed to be about? But he's changing all of the rules. And the worst part is we're allowing it.
That's why we definitely need in the new year bigger no kings, peaceful protests. Those have to expand. And that's where the people, we're going to be the only ones who are going to be able to save ourselves, right? And I think we showed that. I think politicians are catching on to what the people are demanding because they were so incongruous to the way people were feeling. They were also speaking around us, speaking down to us. And even when they use the word affordability, I just had an interview with New York City Mayor-elect Mamdani, and I said, lots of people are using the word affordability, but imitation's a great form of flattery. But you actually got to you got to walk the walk and not just talk the talk. And he talked to me about what he's doing. He talked to me about doing rent freezes right away, and a lot of people are mimicking that message right now, although Trump says it's the biggest con ever, the word affordability.
Except he also said that he was the affordability president. So which one is it?
Yeah, well, and you also saw today, I don't know if you picked it up, but I think we have the clip of it. Why don't we play the clip of it from Fox about the job losses over the past year? To show people that one. Let's use the Fox clip, Jeremy, of job losses.
Employers have announced 1.1 million job cuts in the first 11 months of this year, which is a 54% increase from the same time frame last year. Job cuts, though, are down from October to November. This signifies the cooling job market that we've seen for some time now, Stu, but it could be good news for the president.
Sure, it's great news. So to any one of you that's out there that lost your job, whether it was a Doge cut or AI is replacing you and you're part of that 1.1 million, this could be good news for you. Now, this is really good news because now, since you don't have to get up and go to work, you can get up and, go walk through the park. Can't afford to buy a bottle of water if you get thirsty, but that's not the point. The point is you have the ability to go out there and to walk and to breathe in fresh air. I don't even know how they rationalize, Ben, the stupidity, which is, again, why I turn around and say that lamestream cable news horse shit, it's poison. It's poisoning people's brains.
Well, especially when the news, this is what they do. This is their format. And you've seen it. Their format is 30 seconds of the news story, bring in this guest, fight against each other, and then go to a commercial break. How does the audience understand what the hell they just watched or observed? How do they understand?
It's a glorified episode of Jerry Springer. And that's what I'm now finding as well. Late night CNN, I can't watch it anymore. I can't watch Scott Jennings. I can't watch when they bring on half of those, those Republican strategists. There's like, there really wasn't any sexual assaults that were taking place. Nobody's been able to prove that yet. And they actually say stupid shit like that. You're right. Nobody has seen those files. So when they release them, then you will know. Oh, yeah. You know how else you know? Because the people who were sexually trafficked, raped, and abused have said so themselves. I mean, it's amazing how they can rationalize anything. These boat strikes are necessary. That, oh my God, with the boats, the 20 plus boats had enough fentanyl on it in order to kill every single American 5 times over. Did you hear that line of stupidity, Ben?
Yeah, hundreds of millions of it. That's what Christine Holmes said. Hundreds of millions of Americans would have died if they didn't kill these boats. It's like, just stop treating us like we're stupid. Like, to that point, Adam Mockler goes on that fight show and he actually does a really good job. And I like how good he does. But that whole format to me is ridiculous. And by the way, I think the host does a good job too. I'm trying to blank on her name.
You're talking about either what do you call it? Laura Coates or Yeah, what is her name again? Whatever.
So someone in the chat will know what her name is. Abby Phillips.
Abby Phillips is right.
By the way, she's great.
I've been on her show 100 times.
I think she's a great debater. I think she's smart. But what's the point? Like last night, there was a Republican MAGA guy on, and she was just asking the person, okay, so will you at least agree with me that the fentanyl's not coming from Venezuela, and that even most of the cocaine right now is coming through routes that really arrive not through Miami anymore, and these ships don't have enough fuel to even get there. But even the cocaine gets routed through Central America or South America or Mexico and then comes around the other way versus it's not coming through the sea on the East Coast really anymore. And there's no fentanyl, zero. Like, do we all agree? And the guy's like, but Donald J. Trump said, it's like, okay, that's not the question. Can we just agree to the underlying facts here that Venezuela is not bringing in the fentanyl?
The way that they try to turn around and to rationalize it, Ben, they turn around and they say, Donald Trump is the only president who's actually doing something to rid this country and the world of drugs. And can we not all but agree that drugs are bad and that drugs kill people and so on? And that, is there anybody at this table that says that these drugs are good, that we should just open up our borders and let them in with all of these illegals like these Somalians and these Nigerians and all of these third world garbage nations? These are the things that these ignorant assholes say every single night. And there's not one of us sitting here in this group right now that would say, yeah, sure, we should open up the borders, allow them to bring in whatever drugs they want, fentanyl, cocaine, heroin. Does it make a difference? Make some meth while you're at it or some whatever. I mean, of course not. But that's not the question, nor is it the issue. They blew up a boat of a man who went out to go fishing because that's his livelihood. Imagine if hypothetically they did that to a cruise liner. They said, no, that cruise liner, the entire bottom is filled. There could be 1,000 people with the size of these cruise liners these days. There could be even more than that. So just imagine if they blow that up simply because, because Pete Hegseth turns around and says that there's fentanyl on board. I mean, that's where we're at right now. And that's why this is so dangerous. And that's why I thank each and every one of you for being here with Ben and I week in and week out, because we are making a difference. And I'm telling you, we cannot allow empathy or apathy within which to stop us from continuing this fight. Otherwise, we could end up with another situation like what just took place in Tennessee. Hey, everyone. First of all, thanks for watching. I mean, we're going to be posting daily episodes with reactions and talking about politics. We'll be talking about everything, in fact. So please like and subscribe. Join us on this journey.